Hey, shalom, shalom, Israel. This is Captain OC, and you are logged into another 15 minutes with the captains. Today's topic is who killed Christ? That's right. Who killed Christ? A lot of times, people read John 1, he came into his own received him not, as the explanation of who killed Christ. But I'm going to show you in the Bible who killed Christ and why it was allowed to happen. All right, bring that first picture up, please. All right, read that for me.
The responsibility for Jesus' death is a complex issue with various perspectives. While the Gospels and other historical accounts point to the Roman authorities, particularly Pontius Pilate, as the direct executors, the Jewish religious leaders, and even the crowd played significant roles in bringing about his death.
So this is a large case. It just wasn't one person that's responsible for the death of Christ. Today I'm going to show you all the different particular pieces of the puzzle and try to put it together. And like this is probably a 2-3 hour, if I was Deacon Ithon, a 5-hour class. But I'm going to try to sum it up into 15 minutes. So stay with me. The first thing I want to do is I want to show you that Christ's death was prophesied to happen before the earth began. Let's get that. Psalms 22 and 16.
The book of Psalms, chapter 22 and verse 16.
For
dogs have compassed me.
Dogs, the other nations have compassed him. Read.
The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me.
You see that? Who he's talking about? The Roman soldiers. Read.
They pierced my hands
Read.
and my feet.
And my feet. Because a lot of times y'all just want to put the blame on the Israelites, the wicked Jews. No, the Romans had part to play as well. Read.
I may tell all my bones. They look and stare upon me. They part my garments among them. They cast lots upon my vesture.
And cast lots upon my vesture. So this is just showing you that it was prophesied that Christ was going to come and be crucified. Isaiah 53, verse 5 through and 10. Isaiah 53, verses 5 and 10. Like I said, I'm showing you the prophecy, the prophetical part of his death.
Isaiah chapter 53 and verse 5. But he was wounded for our transgressions.
And most importantly, understand, Christ didn't die for all nations. He was wounded for our transgressions. Who? The Israelites. Read.
He was bruised for our iniquities.
He was bruised for our iniquities. Read.
The chastisement of our peace was upon him.
Read.
And with his stripes we are healed.
We are healed. Who? The Israelites. Jump down to verse 10.
Verse 10. Yet it pleased the Lord.
Hold on. Yet it what?
Yet it pleased the Lord.
So understand, this was necessary. It pleased the Lord what?
To bruise him. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin.
Read.
He shall see his seed. He shall prolong his days. And the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand.
So this was a glorious thing in the sight of the Lord. He took pleasure in this. Daniel 9, verse 25 and 26. Daniel 9, 25 and 26.
Daniel chapter 9 and verse 25. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah.
Unto the Messiah, talking about Jesus the Christ. Read.
The prince shall be 7 weeks.
Read.
And 62 weeks. The street shall be built again.
Read.
And the wall, even in troublous times.
Read.
And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off.
Shall Christ be cut off? Read.
But not for himself.
But not for himself. He did not die for himself. He died for the nation of Israel. Another prophecy that Christ was going to come and be put to death. Now, we understand it was meant to happen, but now we're going to go further into who did it. The first thing I want to address is that before Christ is crucified, there's something that happened that everybody wants to overlook. Herod attempted to kill Christ from the time he was born. Nobody makes mention of that. And Herod was what? An Edomite. Matthew 2:13, please. Matthew chapter 2, verse 13. Because everybody, the wicked Israelites, he came into his own received him not. What about Herod? killing all the little Israelite babies that were 2 years old and younger, attempting to kill Christ. Nobody makes mention of that. Read that.
Matthew chapter 2 and verse 13.
Uh-huh.
And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeareth to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother,
Read.
and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word.
Read.
For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him.
Hold on. For what?
For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him.
So Herod was the first person that reached out his hand to kill Christ. So it's not surprised that later on in his life that the Roman Empire would have influence in his death. Like I said, Christ's death is the largest RICO case you're going to find. That's what it is. From there, go to Mark chapter 3 and verse 6. Mark chapter 3 and verse 6.
The book of Mark, chapter 3 and verse 6.
Read.
And the Pharisees...
So now I'm going to start showing you the different parties that had a hand in it. And the Pharisees...
And the Pharisees went forth, and straightway took counsel with the Herodians...
So the Pharisees, the Herodians, read.
Against him.
Uh-huh.
How they might destroy him.
How they what?
How they might destroy him.
So now we got two more pieces of the puzzle. We got the Romans. We got the Pharisees. We got the Herodians. Luke 20, verse 19. Luke chapter 20 and verse 19. So we putting all the familiar suspects together of who's responsible for killing Christ.
Luke chapter 20 and verse 19.
Uh-huh.
And the chief priests and the scribes the same hour
read
sought to lay hands on him.
Hold on, to do what?
Sought to lay hands on him.
Read.
And they feared the people, for they perceived that he had spoken this parable against them.
Read.
And they watched him and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men.
Read.
That they might take hold of his words, that so they might deliver him into the power and authority of the governor.
Unto the power and authority of the governor. Remember that, because the power and authority of the governor have to make the final call on what happens. Matthew 26, verse 3 through 5. Matthew 26, verses 3 to 5. So now we're seeing it was not just one person or one people. Read that.
Matthew chapter 26 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
Then assembled together the chief priests.
The chief priests.
And the scribes.
And the scribes.
And the elders
now
of the
we're
people.
Getting more. We're getting the elders of the people are now involved, which are what? The leaders of the community. Read.
Onto the palace of the high priest.
The high priest.
Who was called Caiaphas.
Uh-huh.
And consulted that they might take Jesus by subtlety.
Uh-huh.
And kill him.
Hold on. And do what?
And kill him.
And kill him. So this was the plot by who? The leaders of the people. We're showing you exactly who it was. John 7 and 1. John chapter 7 and verse 1. What did these leaders do? They put that messaging out to the rest of the people. Read that.
John chapter 7 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
After these things Jesus walked in Galilee, for he would not walk in Jewry.
In Jewry, what? Amongst the leaders, where the people was at. Read.
Because the Jews sought to kill him.
Hold on, what did the Jews do?
Because the Jews sought to kill him.
Which Jews? The Jews that we just read about. The Pharisees, the scribes, the council, the high priest. Those Jews. From there, go to Matthew 20 and 18. Matthew 20 and 18.
The book of Matthew, chapter 20 and verse 18.
Uh-huh.
Behold, we go up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man shall be betrayed unto the chief priests.
He should be betrayed by the chief priests.
And unto the scribes.
And the scribes.
And they shall condemn him to death.
Hold on, they shall do what?
Condemn him to death.
Matthew 26 and verse 59. Matthew chapter 26 and verse 59.
Matthew chapter 26 and verse 59.
Mm-hmm.
Now the chief priests and elders and all the council
did what?
sought false witness against Jesus
To do what?
to put him to death.
To put him to death. They tried to get false witnesses against Christ. Matthew 27:3. Now, if this was the multitude of the Israelites, why can't they find any false witnesses that had the same feeling towards him? Because it was not the masses of the people. It was the leaders of the people. Read that.
Matthew chapter 27 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
Then Judas, which had betrayed him,
Judas, which had betrayed him, read.
when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself, and brought again the 30 pieces of silver.
He brought the 30 pieces of silver to who?
To the chief priests and elders.
To the chief priests and elders. You see that? Everything keeps going back to the leaders of the people. From there, go to John 18:31. I know what you're thinking. So the Israelites killed him. Yes, they were responsible. The leaders of the people were responsible. We keep telling you that. But guess what? Not just them. Read that.
John chapter 18 and verse 31.
Uh-huh.
Then said Pilate unto them.
Hold on. Then said who?
Then said Pilate unto them.
Then said Pilate unto them. Read.
Take ye him and judge him according to your law.
Read.
The Jews therefore said unto him, it is not lawful.
It is what?
It is not lawful.
That what?
For us to put any man to death.
What is that letting us know? That it was not, the Jews, the leaders of the people, were not able to put him to death unless the Roman Empire signed off on it. They were in agreement as well. Matthew 27, verse 20. Matthew 27 and 20, and then we're going to jump to verse 24 and 25.
Matthew chapter 27 and verse 20.
Uh-huh.
But the chief priests and elders.
You see that? It keeps coming up. The chief priests and the elders. Read.
Persuaded.
Hold on. What did they do?
Persuaded.
Read.
The multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Jesus.
So, yes, there was a crowd or a mob of people crying for the death of Christ, but they were persuaded by those leaders. That was not the natural sentiment towards Christ. Remember, they wanted to take him and make them their king when Christ was on the earth. But those leaders who hated him, they didn't want that. Jump down to 24.
Verse 24. When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made,
read.
He took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it.
See ye to it. Read.
Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us.
His blood be on us.
And our children.
So we took responsibility for his death. We took responsibility for his death. Keep that in mind. That's for a heavier class later down the line. From there, go to Acts 4 and verse 26. Even though he tried to wash his hands of it, let's see what the Bible says pertaining to the Roman Empire and their responsibility towards Christ's death. Read that.
Acts chapter 4 and verse 26. The kings of the earth stood up.
Read.
And the rulers were gathered together against the Lord.
The kings of the earth and the rulers were gathered together against Christ. Read.
And against his Christ. For of a truth against thy holy child Jesus.
Read.
Whom thou hast anointed. Both
Herod tried to kill him.
And Pontius Pilate.
Pilate tried to kill him.
With the Gentiles.
The Gentiles tried to kill him.
And the people of Israel.
And the people of Israel, read.
Were gathered together.
All of those parties are guilty. Thus saith the Lord. From there, even though the Israelites did take part in it, guess what? Hebrews 9 and 15. That don't change who he died for. It does not change who he died for and what his mission was. Never forget, it was prophesied that he was going to die, and it pleased the Lord to kill him. It pleased the Lord to kill him. Read that.
Hebrews chapter 9 and verse 15.
Read.
And for this cause, he is the mediator of the New Testament.
Because he was put to death, he is the mediator of the New Testament. Read.
That by means of death.
For
the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament.
Hold on. He died for them that were what?
For the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament.
Who was under the first testament? The Israelites, read.
They which are called might receive the promise of eternal inheritance.
So he died for the nation of Israel. John 11:47, last scripture on this topic here. So hopefully now you have a better understanding of Christ's death and who is responsible for killing Christ. John 11:47.
John chapter 11 and verse 47.
Uh-huh.
Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we?
Uh-huh.
For this man doeth many miracles.
Christ did many miracles. Read.
If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him.
That's the key part. All men would believe on him if they did not put him to death. So it was not all of Israel gathering together against Christ. It was the leaders of the people and those feeble-minded that they could persuade to kill him. Read.
And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
Uh-huh.
And one of them, named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them,
Read.
Ye know nothing at all,
Read.
nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people.
One man should die for the people. Read.
And that the whole nation perish not.
And that the whole nation of Israel don't perish. Read.
And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus should die for the nation.
That Jesus should die for that nation. Read.
And not for that nation only.
Not only for the southern kingdom. Read.
But that also he should gather together in one the children of God.
Hold on, the what?
The children of God.
This ain't talking about no other nation. He should also die for the children of God, what?
That were scattered abroad.
That was scattered abroad. You see that? He only died for the nation of Israel. So, I pray you got some better understanding on this class. With that, we say shalom.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, His word.